Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again. And today, as I was mentioning last week, if by any chance you caught what I was saying, I'm playing a little bit with the format of the video. I'm still showing the fountain pen and I'm still showing maybe the writing sample. I don't know, I'm not yet sure about that. I didn't make that decision. I'm recording this before that. But basically whatever you see is kind of a more trimmed down version because I'm trying to put more accent on the drawing and I want to spend more time on the drawing. Obviously I'm still going to be using fountain pens. They are, well, my favorite tool for drawing, at least at this moment in time, and I love them. What can I say? And for today, I am using the Moonman or MaJohn A2 fountain pen. Now, as you probably seen one of my original videos, I did have the A1. I actually end up having about 2 of them, I believe, from the A1, and I like them. They turn out to be kind of a similar from a functional perspective with similar downs and ups, especially with the nib unit slowly leaking and ink migrating up on the nib unit. I have used the A2 in the past and I do like it. It's definitely a slimmer version and lighter version of the A1, mostly because it's made out of plastic, faceted plastics, even though the internals are still metal. And the nib unit, it is transferable from A1 to A2 without an issue. I choose to have this color, the black and orange combo, because it is one of my favorite combos, and actually, in my perspective, it looks pretty neat. This one, even though looks slightly different, it seems to be pretty much another copy of the Pilot capless, I believe decimal specifically in this case, and it still has the same ups and downs, at least for me, with the nib unit and then ink migrating up the nib. One thing that I don't like as much about the fountain pen on this specific model is that now we actually have plastic threads on metal threads, which is kind of a big no-no. One, because there's a lot of pressure on those threads when you post it, and because there's a slit on the metal threads that eventually kind of acts like a little bit of a what would you call it, a scraper. And I've seen actually on my pen that it's slowly kind of scraping away plastic and destroying the threads. So I try not to use it too much or be extremely gentle with how I'm removing the top part or putting it back in. Other than that, it's a beautiful fountain pen. I enjoy using it. The nib is amazing, works just as good as the other ones. Pretty smooth, pretty wet. The line that it comes out of it, it's a little bit thicker than the extra fine that I got, but still pretty decent. And it works pretty good on reverse as well. Writing experience, again, if you don't like capless Pilot, you probably won't like this, especially with the clip in place. Personally, I don't find it annoying. I actually kind of like it because it helps me center that nib properly on the page. But how I write or draw might not be how everyone writes or draws. So I guess it is definitely an individual experience, and it's up to you to decide if you like it or not. From a drawing perspective, I enjoy it as a tool. It's actually light. One thing that I probably would have liked, but then again, this is kind of true for all the capless designs, Pilot or not, is that I would have loved it to be a little bit longer, especially when I hold it a little bit higher up. The cool part about it is that the knock or the button at the top kind of helps a little bit to elongate, I guess, the pen a little bit, and helps slightly. One thing is for sure, I definitely like the design of the capless pilot or pilot copies more than the Curidas from Platinum. While I like the length of the other one more, that one definitely has a few other design elements that are less ideal and more intrusive. Still like it, still a wonderful pen, but maybe not the best solution. Still interesting. One thing that I did notice with my Curidas is that unfortunately that shark mouth doesn't seal the nib very well, and after a while it was actually drying off the nib and the ink inside the converter. Anyway, going back to the Moonman A2, wonderful fountain pen. I enjoyed using it. And I don't have the A3, was it called the A3? But maybe one day I'll end up getting that one too. And well, it's been on the market a while now. I'm really curious about the Jinhao version of the capless. Maybe sometime at the beginning of next year, I will be able to actually get that as well. We shall see. It all depends on the money, I guess. Cool thing about it is that I actually end up doing a pretty interesting drawing for today. I did not had a lot of inspiration, actually none. I kind of just went for it. I just started drawing lines on the page and trying to find a shape that I sort of like, and it's wacky as possible, and just built from there. I've been doing a lot of exercises lately where I basically start from nothing without thinking, and I just add dots and lines, and then build from there like an expansion, like an explosion, and then I either go different directions until I see a shape and then slowly nudge it in different directions while trying to build something coherent. And this one turned out pretty wacky, I would say. Again, I have no idea what it is. Some sort of a creature, floating creature that it's out hunting. So it's like a combination of a tree or a tree-like material and a combination of a fish-like deep sea creature that hunts with with a fishing rod, with big eyes, really big eyes. I don't know why it end up having those big eyes, but it suits it. Barely has any teeth, and again, kind of floats. What would you call it? I don't know what to call it, but I'll be naming this drawing Out Hunting. It took me a while to finish it. It took me about 3 hours. This one did not expand across 2 days. It feels like I'm getting either faster at drawing or I'm just more into it and just things come natural and I can progress a little bit faster without realizing. I definitely like what I'm doing nowadays. I really enjoy these kind of drawings. And yeah, again, this drawing for today reinforced my idea of I like the paper, but I don't recommend it. As I was drawing, there was a portion of the paper that literally flicked off. So in some parts, the paper is peeling off by itself. Again, it is definitely an acquired taste. So think twice before getting this paper. The good thing about it, though, if you do decide to get it, it's not that expensive, at least not in my perspective. No, I'm not being sponsored, and no, I didn't get this for free. I'm just, I'm still fascinated by by it. I love how pliable it feels, but at the same time I like the way fountain pen works on this paper. And I decided to use the Monteverde Black Ash ink for today because feels like black works, or at least a gray, a light gray or a darker gray maybe, works the best with this paper. I like blue as well, especially blue blacks, and apparently from what I've tested, the ones that I have from Me from AliExpress seems to work the best. I still have a few inks, blue inks and blue black inks that I want to try, but I think I'm gonna reserve this paper for blue and blacks. I tried green, has a weird shade on it. I don't know if I would recommend that one, or at least, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try up. One thing that I want to try though is a brown ink. And maybe I'll try, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe next week I will try something new. Anyway, yeah, an interesting drawing for today, and that I actually really like. I don't know, I really been digging my own drawings. I like the direction that I'm going into. I think I'm gonna continue on this path for a while, and I want to expand from there. I don't know how, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this, finally, I think I found my style with fountain pens. Anyway, not sure how long this video is gonna be. Hopefully not too long. I'll try and keep it under 20 minutes. And at the same time, I don't want to bore you with my ramblings for too long. Not a lot of special things to talk about today, other than the fact that I like my drawing. Maybe too much. I like this little thing. I don't know what it is. It's like an old creature, barely has any teeth, out hunting. You know, it's like way up in the age, but still kicking, still going at it, and still fighting for survival. I guess eventually that's what we all become. And the idea is to never give up, no matter how old you might feel. Well, that was a weird note to end it on, but I think I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. I know, again, I acknowledge that people might not like the new format that I'm going to. I'm still playing with the ideas on what I want to do. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the drawing part. Start, with the drawing like a live recording and then speed it up. Or as I speed up through the drawing, maybe I'll show the fountain pen somewhere in the corner. I don't know. We'll see. Just have patience with me as I, again, change and adjust to a new format. In the meantime, thank you for your patience, thank you for joining me, and I wish you a good day or a good night, whatever you are. Take care. Bye.